Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Aligned Strength Podcast. I'm your host, Mandy Scout, and today we're talking about a favorite workout move of mine, and that is the plank. I'm sure you've heard of holding plank, different types of plank. But also in this episode, we're going to be talking about a challenge that we have starting right now here in November. And if you are listening to this and it's not November, you can use the tips from this challenge and use it any month because it's for 30 days working your way up to holding a long plank. All right, this month is all about, and we're in November here, this month is all about strength, gratitude, and consistency. And we're taking that mindset to the mat every single day through the simple yet powerful movement of holding the plank. Whether you are part of the Fit For You community, our community at our gym, or you follow along online, or you're just tuning in for motivation, I'm so glad you're here. Let's talk all things planks. Why they matter, how they benefit your whole body, what muscles are impacted and improved from them, and how you can join our month-long challenge from now through the end of November. And by the end of November, after 30 days, you should be able to hold a 3.5-minute plank and hold it strong and proud. Let's get into talking about the muscles and the muscles that benefit from planking and how this simple hold transforms your strength. The plank hold might look like a basic move, but don't let its simplicity fool you. It's one of the most powerful full body exercises out there. When performed correctly, a plank activates and strengthens multiple muscle groups at once, creating stability, balance, and total body endurance. Here's how it impacts your body from head to toe. Let's first talk about the core. The powerhouse of the plank is your core. When you think of planks, you probably think abs. And yes, they absolutely fire up your abs. Fire up the front. If you hear a six-pack, the front muscles, the front area. But the real magic lies deeper. Let's talk transverse abs. So that ab group, this is your deep core stabilizer. Think of it like your body's natural weight belt. Strengthening it improves your posture, balance, and ability to lift heavier with better control. Your internal and external obliques, those muscles. Those are the muscles that wrap around your sides. Planks keep them engaged, which helps tighten your waistline, improve rotational strength, and support your spine. Then there is the rectus abs. So that is front facing, like quote unquote your six-pack, front facing muscle. Those muscles controls your spinal flexation and stability. The plank challenge is to maintain tension under time, building endurance rather than bulk. Okay, so I like challenges like this because instead of building endurance rather than bulking, the challenge is to maintain tension under time. The result is a stronger, tighter midsection that supports every movement you do in and out of the gym. So how does planks benefit glutes and legs? When you hold a plank pose, your glutes, quads, and hamstrings work just as hard as your core. So your glute maximus and medius, these keep your hips aligned and prevent your lower back from sagging. Engaging them during planks improves hip stability and overall power. Your quads, which is the front of your thighs, stay engaged to keep your knees extended and your body locked into one solid line. And then your hamstrings. These muscles help balance the tension across your lower body, supporting your pelvis and spine. Strong glutes and legs help prevent lower back pain and make daily movements like walking, running, and climbing stairs more efficient. Moving on to arms. How does the plank hold benefit your arm muscles? So your shoulders, chest, and arms. The upper body stabilizers. Planks aren't just a core move. They build a rock solid upper body too. Your deltoids, which are your shoulders. Holding your body up requires continuous shoulder engagement, improving shoulder endurance and stability. Pectorals, which is your chest. Your chest muscles work to stabilize your upper body, especially in high plank or dynamic variations like plank shoulder taps. So holding plank and then bringing your arms up and tapping your shoulders. And then your triceps. The back of your arms help support your body weight, especially in extended arm planks. Over time, this builds tone and definition in your upper arms. This upper body engagement improves posture and shoulder integrity. The key for pressing movements and daily function. So picture yourself putting your hands on the arms of a chair and lifting yourself up out of the chair. So as you get older, that's something you're going to probably want to do, be able to get yourself out of a chair. So lifting yourself out of the chair, all of those arm muscles we just talked about, a plank hold will help strengthen that so you can push yourself up and out of the chair. Your back, the foundation of stability. A strong plank means a strong spine. Erector spinae, the muscles run along your spine and keep your back straight and supported throughout the hold. Also, there's muscles, your upper back muscles. Stabilize your shoulder blades, helping improve posture and reduce upper back tension. So all of your muscles the muscles along your spine, all of your muscles across your shoulder blades, all of your back muscles are all strengthened from holding plank. And by strengthening these muscles, this supports your spine. Planks help protect against injury. They improve movement efficiency and reduce lower back discomfort. Beyond your muscles, there are many hidden benefits. Planks aren't just about strength. They create a ripple effect throughout the whole body. Planks improve balance and body awareness. They enhance breathing control, as you must engage your core while maintaining steady breaths. They boost endurance, teaching your muscles to sustain effort over time. Holding a plank is as much a mental challenge as a physical one. Every extra second you stay up builds both muscular endurance and mental toughness, proving that your body and mind are stronger together. In summary, the plank is a full body powerhouse. It strengthens your core, front, sides, and the deep stabilizers. It strengthens your shoulders and arms. It strengthens your glutes and legs. It strengthens your back and posture muscles. This single move connects your body from head to toe, aligning strength through every layer of muscle. So every time you drop into a plank, remember, you're not just building abs. You're building alignment, control, and total body strength. Let's talk about tips for plank success. A few reminders as you go through the challenge. So this November, if you're joining us now, or any other 30 days, this 30-day plank challenge, some tips. Form first. Focus on your form first. Keep your shoulders stacked over your wrists and elbows. Your core is tight and your glutes, your butt cheeks, are slightly engaged, squeezing your butt cheeks. So form. Let's talk about this again, your form. Keep your shoulders stacked over, so your shoulders should be directly over your wrists and elbows. Your core is tight, engaged, and your glutes are tight and engaged, squeezing tight, holding tight. And then breathe. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. Nice, slow, steady breaths helps you maintain your endurance. So focus on slow and steady breathing. Modify if needed. Drop to your knees, take short breaks, or switch between forearms and high planks. Progress is progress. So if you're in a high plank, so you're on your hands, your wrists are getting sore, come down to your forearms. So you're going down to a low plank. Hold that low plank for a while. Then come back up to your hands or turn to the side. Hold a side plank for 20 seconds. Then come back to the center, switch to the other side. Hold the other side for 20 seconds. Progress is progress. Again, there's no right and wrong. There's no right and wrong. You can change out different planks. Stay consistent. Even if you miss a day, get right back to it. That's the real challenge. Staying consistent. You miss a day, double up the next day. Do a plank in the morning and do a plank at night before bed. Double up. So I mentioned a little bit the different types of planks. There's different types and how to incorporate them into every workout. Planks are one of the most versatile core movements out there, like we just went over. All of that. You can use them for strength training. You can use them in HIIT workouts, Pilates workouts, yoga, warm-ups, cool-downs. There's a variety on every level. We're going to go over and I'm going to list a complete list of the most effective types and how to work them into your routine. I know with our workouts at our gym and I think almost all the instructors throw in planks, different types of planks into every workout, into their strength workouts, Pilates, yoga, all of them. There is for sure planking in almost every workout we have there with every instructor. So going through this, number one, so we're going to go through and I'm going to talk about each type of plank. The first one, standard forearm plank. So the standard, which would be down on your, we also call it a low plank. So you're on your forearms, holding yourself up. Your forearms are on the ground, low plank. The muscles worked in this one are your core, your shoulders, your glutes, and your back. With the low plank, this move is perfect for a core finisher at the end of a strength or cardio workout. Add it to a warm-up for 30 to 45 seconds to activate your midsection before lifting. A tip on this one is to keep your elbows under your shoulders. Tighten your glutes and avoid sagging your hips. Another plank, high plank. So you're on your hands, high plank. The muscles that are worked in this high plank is your core, your chest, arms, and shoulders. High plank is great during circuit training or HIIT or Tabata type sessions or those type of workouts. Alternate with push-ups or mountain climbers for a cardio core combo. So you can go high plank, then push-ups, then back to high planks, or high plank, then to mountain climbers, back to holding high plank. Tip on this one, think of this as the top of a push-up. Shoulders are stacked over your wrists and core is braced. So your shoulders are straight, stacked over your wrists, core is nice and tight. Side plank. The muscles that are worked in a side plank are your obliques, your side muscles, your shoulders, and your hips. How would we use a side plank? A good way to use it is add a side plank to your ab routine to balance both sides of your core. Do this after leg day to improve hip stability and lateral strength. A tip for this one is to keep your hips lifted and your body in one straight line. Try holding 20 to 40 seconds on each side. And then a reverse plank. So the muscles worked in a reverse plank are your glutes, hamstrings, core, and shoulders. Reverse planks are good to use in Pilates or as a yoga-inspired move for posterior chain strength. It's also excellent as a cool down to hold after deadlifts or glute work. Tip on this is to press through your heels, lift your hips off the ground, and open your chest. So a reverse plank is, just think of it backwards. Your body, your chest, all of that is facing up. Instead of facing the floor, it's facing up. And start on your butt. Your hands are behind you. Lift your hips off of the ground so your body is still in a straight line and you're pressing through on your heels. So your heels are on the ground and your chest is open towards the sky. All right, next one is plank with shoulder taps. We do this one very often in a lot of our workouts. The muscles worked in this one is your core, your shoulders, and your arms. Plank with shoulder taps is perfect for functional or dynamic warm-ups. Add 10 to 20 shoulder taps between exercises in a circuit to boost stability. So you could be doing in a circuit, let's say you're doing squats, then come down, do 20 shoulder taps, then come back up for lunges, back down, 20 shoulder taps. A tip on this is to minimize your hip movement, because you can imagine if you're holding plank, you're pulling up your right arm, your right hand to tap your left shoulder, bringing it back down, and then you go to the other one, left hand and fingertips up to your right shoulder and back down. You can imagine your lower body and your hips rocking. The goal is to minimize that hip movement. Keep your body nice and controlled, and it's not about speed. Nice, controlled, bringing your hands up, tapping your shoulders back and forth, keeping your body nice and straight. So that's the plank shoulder taps. Another one is plank jacks. Another one I feel like is in almost every workout that we do. Plank jacks. Muscles worked in this is your core, your glutes, your legs, shoulders, and cardiovascular endurance on this one. I like to use plank jacks as part of a cardio move. With this, you can add it to HIIT or Tabata workouts for a cardio core challenge. 30 to 45 seconds between strength sets will keep your heart rate high. So again, a lifting move, coming down for plank jacks. Coming back up for another lifting move, back down for another plank jack, keeping your heart heart rate high. Tip on this is to land softly and keep your hips from bouncing too much. So with this, you're in a plank hold and your feet are in and out like jumping jacks in a plank. So that's a plank jack. So the goal is to land softly on your toes as you hop back and forth with those to try and avoid too much bouncing. Walking plank, up, down. Walking plank, up, down plank. So with your muscles that are worked in this type of plank is your core, your triceps, chest, and shoulders. With this one, what you're doing is it's kind of like you're going from a high plank to a low plank, on your hands down to your forearms, hands down to your forearms. That type of walking, not walking side to side, walking up and down. And with that, you're again trying to keep your whole body balanced as you're mixing your upper body down to stabilize onto your forearms, staying stable. Try 30-second intervals with this, intervals for endurance and core strength. So those ones are hard. That one is definitely more of a challenged type of plank. And then plank to a pike up. So this one works your core, shoulders, hamstrings. And what you do is, this is great for yoga inspired workouts or active recovery days. You start in a plank and then you pull your hips up towards the sky, which we call a pike up, or a down dog in yoga, into a down dog, and then back down, bringing your hips back down so your whole body's back into a straight line for a plank again. This helps improve flexibility and shoulder stability. So the tip is to move slowly and feel a stretch as you're coming up into that pike move or the down dog. Feel a good stretch and then bring in your hips back down. So plank to pike up or plank to down dog. Stir the pot plank. This one you would use a large stability ball for. So one of those big balls, a big stability ball. The muscles that are worked is your deep core stabilizers and your shoulders and your lats. So those muscles are worked during this. Stirring the pot is, so if you think about that, what you're going to do in the tip with this is small, slow circles, and it is definitely harder than what it looks like. But your hands are together and your forearms are on top of the stabilizing ball, and you're doing small circles with it. All right, and you're like going. This one, try on your knees. If you're going to try this one, go on your knees and take those forearms and your wrists. You're going to push forward, so you're going out. Your core is nice and tight, and you're coming back in and making a circle. So it's like you're stirring the pot with your arms and that ball around. So that is definitely a challenging and harder than what it looks like for a plank. And then side plank with hip drops. Side plank hip drops. So this is going to work the obliques and your hips. A tip for this one is to keep your body straight and move through your hips, not your shoulders. So you're in a side plank and you're on your elbow. So you're down holding your elbow, and you're going to drop your hips down towards the floor and then raise your hips back up. So 15 hip drops to each side is great. This is a good workout this is a good move for at the end of a workout as like a burnout at the end. Doing either 30 seconds to each side or 15 hip drops to each side, but you're on your elbow, you're dropping your hips down towards the floor and back up. So excellent move. And then finally, one more here I'm going to talk about is a plank with a knee to elbow. We call them Spider-Man planks. So you're in plank, and then you're going to pull your let's say your right knee. Your right knee is going to come up on the outside and pull it up towards your right elbow and then go back. And then you're going to switch to the other side. So pulling your knee up to your elbow on the outside. So think of a Spider-Man like crawling up. So Spider-Man plank with knee to elbow. The muscles that are worked in this is your core, obliques, and hip flexors. So this is excellent to add to a HIIT workout, as well as any ab circuits. It's a great combo with mountain climbers as well for a finisher. But again, a tip for it is to drive your knee towards the same elbow and keep your abs nice and tight. Do it nice and slow so it's nice and controlled, keeping all of your muscles nice and tight. So with all of these different types of planks that we talked about, they're all excellent to add to any workout. In a warm-up, take 20 to 30 seconds of these, 20 to 30 seconds at high plank to engage your core. If you're doing a strength training workout, between your upper and lower supersets, add any of these to keep your core active. If you're in a HIIT or circuit workouts, use dynamic planks like the plank jacks or the shoulder taps or the up and down high to low planks. Mix those in there. With yoga or Pilates, include static holds. So holding planks or reverse planks for alignment and balance. And then your cool down. During a cool down, slow it down. Mindful low planks on your forearms for 20 seconds. And then while you're doing that, focus on your breathing and your posture. So many ways you can incorporate planks into any workout, any yoga, Pilates, everything. So a plank goal for the month, incorporate at least one variation every day in November or every day in any month that you're listening to this into the challenge. Switch between your forearms to side plank, to dynamic planks, and keep your body guessing and your mind engaged. By the end of 30 days, you should be able to hold, if you follow the challenge that I'm going to talk about here in a minute, you should be able to hold a 3.5-minute plank. And also you're going to be stronger. You're going to have more stable core, and it will help in all of your workouts ahead. So since we are in November, we are doing the November Planksgiving Challenge. November is the month of gratitude, and I love using this time to remind ourselves to be thankful for what our bodies can do. Every day this month, we're planking. In our gym, we're planking. Anybody following along, join us in planking. It's not just to strengthen our core, but it's to strengthen our discipline, mindset, and appreciation for progress. We are going to be progressing all the way through the month, holding it longer and longer each day. So we're going to appreciate progress. On our website, fitubu.com, on our website, we have a blog, and you'll find the full Planksgiving Challenge day-by-day breakdown that will guide you from the shorter holds in early November all the way up to finishing at the end of the month. So if you go on to our website, which is www.fitubu.com, and you click on the top tabs and you go under blog, you'll find the Plank Challenge blog, and then follow that for every day, the goal. So this is good for whether you're just starting out or you're already a plank pro. This challenge is for everyone. You can modify, take breaks when needed, and progress at your own pace. Here's a little breakdown of the challenge. Each day, we'll increase the plank hold slightly, starting from short, manageable times and gradually working our way to that 3.5-minute hold. You'll find daily goals on the blog, but here's a quick idea of what the progression looks like. In week 1, It will be focusing on form. So shorter holds, maybe 20 to 30 seconds at a time, but we're focusing on your form. Week 2, we build consistency around the 1 minute mark, holding it for 1 minute. Week 3, we push past mental barriers. We start crossing the 2 minute line. And then week 4, the final stretch by Thanksgiving week, you'll be amazed how far you've come. And at the end of the month, your goal is to hold a 3.5 minute plank. You'll feel stronger, more centered, and more confident, not just in your abs, but in your overall strength and mindset. Gratitude and mindset. This plank challenge isn't just about your core, it's about your connection to your body and your commitment to yourself. Every time you plank, take a moment to focus on gratitude. Gratitude for your body, your strength, your ability to show up, even when it's hard. So as you hold that plank, maybe take a breath and say, I am strong, I am grateful, I am aligned. Your takeaway and goal for this week. Your goal is starting today, which is simple. Join the challenge. That's your goal, and to start going this week. And so join the challenge. You can, if you are in the gym, we have a spreadsheet, and this is our gym Fit for You in Trumpelow. We have a spreadsheet that you can mark off each day following along. Or, again, go to our website at fitubu.com and go to our blog. Also, there's a link in the show notes for our website. So in the show notes, click on the link. It'll take you to our website. Find the blog, the Planksgiving Challenge blog. Step by step, you can print it out. You can follow along on there on what day and how long you should be holding the plank for that day. And this can be any month. It's 30 days worth, so any month you can keep doing this. But November plank challenge, follow along daily, mark your progress, and keep me updated. I love hearing your wins. Let me know. By the end of the month, I want you holding a 3.5 minute plank with pride, knowing you stayed consistent and showed up for yourself every single day. You've got this. You can do it. Let's make November about strength, gratitude, and alignment, mind, body, and spirit. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Aligned Strength Podcast. If you're joining the challenge, tag me on Instagram at Fit for You with Mandy, or tag me on Facebook. Share your plank progress. We love to hear you, and we love to be part of cheering you on. Until next time, keep holding strong, stay grateful, and remember, true strength. Remember, true strength starts from your core, both physically and mentally. See you in the next episode. Hey y'all, the information shared in this podcast is for educational and motivational purposes only and is not intended to replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.